Introduce some of our very revered leaders tonight.
Let me thank the Honorable Minister of Information for this opportunity, for the Honorable Minister of State, Fct', and my humble self, and our team to briefly present to the public some of the things we have achieved since the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, as far as Fct' is concerned. But permit me to say that 20-30 minutes were not enough for Fct'. I thought they would have given Fct', because we are not a ministry. We are not a ministry at all. Fct' is like a state, and so it will take us a full day to present to you our achievement. However, we will try as what we can do and squeeze in. But I pray I do not go beyond the time allocated to us. Let me use this opportunity to thank His Excellency Mr. President for giving the Honorable Minister of State and my humble self the opportunity to participate in his administration of the Renewed Hope agenda. What is renewed hope? Have we lost hope? Have Nigerians abandoned hope? So, what are we trying to do to bring back the hope that Nigerians have lost, particularly as regards to Fct'? Have the residents, those who stay in Fct', have they lost hope that there is no governance as far as Fct' is concerned? Yes. Before now, so many people have complained that they can't see the impact of governance as far as Fct' is concerned. So what we are going to say today is really the people feeling the impact of governance. Have we brought back hope to the residents of Fct'? You will judge, not me, when we finish. First of all, the Fct' administration was assigned presidential priorities 5 and 6 out of the 9 high impact deliverables were assigned 5 and 6. Priority 5 has to do with enhanced infrastructure and transportation as enablers of growth. And in this case, you talk about accelerate the execution of all ongoing projects, fast-track the completion of various road and infrastructure projects, lit up Abuja and its satellite towns, reactivate and automate the road master scheme for Federal Capital Territory, construct and maintain satellite towns, roads, water, and other infrastructure. Priority 6 has to do with focus on education, health, and social investment as essential pillars of development. Hereunder, you have sustained high level of environmental sanitation in the Federal Capital Territory. enforce mandatory and free universal basic and senior secondary education, enforce prohibition of street trading, hawking in the federal capital city. Now these are the priority 5 and 6 in the 9 high-level impact deliverables. So what have we done? Have we delivered as told? Now let me start. Under the FCT, when we came, civil servants were not in a position to put in their best. Why? There was no hope for them to attain the peak of their career. You can imagine where you are working. You cannot grow. Every civil servant would want to attain the position of permanent secretary and then probably head of service. But before this administration came, they were stagnated only at director level. In fact, permanent secretary was posted from the federal civil service to be in charge of the federal capital territory. So when we came on board, we looked at the law that National Assembly passed in 2018, which was assented by the previous administration. And so we wrote to the president and we told Mr. President, the essence of your renewed hope agenda is to give people that hope back. Today, these civil servants do not have hope again. Bring the hope back. How do you bring the hope back? Tell them they can rise from director to a permanent secretary, from permanent secretary to head of service. Mr. President approved the immediate implementation of that law. Today, we have FCT Civil Service Commission. Today, we have FCT Head of Service. Today, we have permanent secretaries, which has never happened since the history of the Federal Capital Territory. So this is what we talk about, the Renewed Hope agenda. So if you see every civil servant now who is a director, they have said that, look, I may likely be promoted to permanent secretary. And if I'm promoted to a permanent secretary, I may likely be the next head of service. So, as far as the structure is concerned, Mr. President have given them back that hope. And that's what we mean by the Renewed Hope agenda. Secondly, before now, one of the priorities of Mr. President is inclusivity. Inclusivity. Under the FCT, there's no provision for the women secretariat. There was nothing like that. Women were left alone. But under this administration, as part of his inclusivity, he said no, that women secretariat must be established. And that's why today we have mandate secretary for women secretariat, which has never happened before. All of us know that every ministry are all under the TSA. And we found out that one of the problems inhibiting infrastructural growth in FCT is being under the TSA. Because as you're under the TSA, you are not involved in the wider financial market. You are restricted. We can't even utilize our IGR the way it's supposed to be. Mr. President approved that we should pull out from the TSA. And today, we are not longer under the TSA. And I will tell you how this has helped us to do certain things people think is a miracle. It's not a miracle. Completion of ongoing projects. I hope the head of service, I hope there's plan to. Okay, no, I'm not going to read from that. So if you are looking at that, I'm not going to read from that. I have only 20 minutes. Now, let me take the issue of security. That's why you don't need to follow what is there. Let me take the issue of security, which is very, very important. Security is one of the priorities of this present government. How was Abuja before? All of us will attest to the fact. Every day one kidnapping or the other. Every day bandits have attacked. Every night one chance. So we came on board. What do we do? We say the first thing we must do is to make sure that residents, council areas, know what government is doing. And government should also be able to tell them what are their own contribution, what are the problems they face. We went to run the 6 area councils and had interactions with the people. And I said, look, you must be part of the security architecture. Government alone cannot fight insecurity. You too have a role to play. And what are the roles you play? We need intelligence. You must be part of what we're doing. And they said, look, we have agreed with you, but we have peculiar problems. This insecurity you are saying, these bandits attacking us, is because there are no roads at all. Even when they attack, the security agencies have no access. And I said, okay, what are these particular areas you think that these bandits are always using to attack? And each of the area councils said, look, if you can do this road and this road, these are where they take from the mountain they come in, I can tell you, it will reduce. I said, okay, if that's what you think, your own contribution, then go home and sleep. Mr. President has said whatever you request or whatever you think we should do, we should be able to make sure that you have it. As I speak to you today, all the area councils can attest the fact that before December this year, we are going to commission not less than 120 kilometers of roads in these 6 area councils. Now, what does it mean? People say government. What is government? When people don't have impact, people only hear about government on radio. People don't hear about government on television. Now, they are seeing government. They are saying, oh, you mean this is what they talk about government? Government can come to our area and speak to us and ask us our problems. And government tells us that they are going to do this and they are doing it. That is what they call government. It's not just merely announcing that, oh, the Minister of Fct on radio. Who is he? We don't know him. This is the first time a minister can go to the area council and sit down with the people and talk with them and let them know what government is doing.